about a week and a half ago, last weekend, not this past weekend, but the previous weekend, we noticed a huge decrease in volume of patrons. It was odd because normally on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are, 3 deep to the bar. Every seat in the restaurant is packed. We're on 2-hour waits if you can get in. It's just normal at Kefi, right? But last weekend, we noticed a huge decrease. And as this last week went by, we noticed that day in and day out, the numbers started getting smaller and smaller. This past weekend, on Friday and on Saturday, and then again yesterday on Sunday, it was like someone took a faucet that was going full blast. A week ago, they turned it half turn, and then this past weekend, it's like they turned it to a trickle. And so we've recognized that there's a lot of fear in the marketplace, that people are either intentionally staying away because of the fear, or they're making good choices and trying to, not be involved in spreading any kind of illness that could be potentially out there.
As a business owner, how does that impact you?
Hugely. It's tough. I mean, you have to make really hard decisions. We make hard decisions every day, but we don't make them this hard. Because on one hand, we have 130 employees in our system. So we have to make decisions that protect those 130 without harming them long term. But at the same time, we also have to look after the community of Knoxville, our patrons, anybody that might come in here to this restaurant. So we have to juggle these decisions. And actually, this afternoon, we made a public statement for both Kefi and Cafe 4 that we've decided to close both of the restaurants temporarily until further notice. We don't know how long that's going to last. It might last 3 or 4 days. It might last 3 or 4 weeks. At this point, we don't know. We're just going to play it out. But we're working with all of our employees the best way we can. We don't want to lose our employees. We want to take care of them, but we also want to protect them from themselves, creating an environment where potentially they could get sick on our watch.
So there's a lot of things to balance here.
Huge things to balance. Not to mention the personal financial difficulties that it's going to cause our system. We have fixed expenses at all of our businesses, meaning that whether we bring in a nickel or 1,000 nickels in a day, we have to pay, rents. We have to pay mortgages. We have to pay vendors. We have to pay insurance. And there's a lot of fixed expenses in the restaurant industry. There's also other expenses that go away with lower volume. Your cost of food goes down. Your payroll is something you can manage. But the majority of your expenses are in the fixed range, so there's a huge financial impact on us. On a daily rate, it's a massive number.